3 years after I died, my parents finally came to the boarding school to visit me. Just because my brother's kidney disease got worse, urgent need of kidney for transplant, they're under an organ donation agreement. But you can't find my shadow. The teacher laughed coldly and said that the orphan had no AI. With late-stage stomach cancer, I just got sick at school. He was taken to the emergency hospital and died. My parents thought I colluded with the teacher, lied to deceive people. Please forward the words to it. If in 3 days it doesn't appear, we will remove it from its face. It will not be later. Give him another living expense. The teacher suspects or asks, what is the cost of living? There's nothing on his card. Where's it going? School hours and not in school. Angry mother kicked the dorm door. In the room 01 shadow people. My bed in the dusty rooms. It makes people cough. They hurriedly shielded the brother in the back from entering. Don't let the bad luck of this broom affect you. The dorm manager heard the dynamic. Annoyed to ask, you're looking for the wrong person, aren't you? This dormitory has only one orphan. No father, no mother. She laughed coldly and lied. I guess I'm going somewhere. Not even the dorm came back. I also have bad luck with Theo Ra. If you're not sick, I didn't even look for it. I really lost my nose. The manager stunned on the spot, silenced for a long time. You're not playing around. He had terminal stomach cancer when he enrolled. After the disease, there is no money for treatment. He's been dead for 3 years. They were stunned for a moment. Then laugh and stop joking. It's as strong as a buffalo. It's possible to get late-stage stomach cancer. How much money did you give to trick us? Tell me, Daddy, let me manage the bills. It doesn't matter where he died. You can talk to him. If in 3 days it doesn't appear, we'll face it ourselves. It will not be granted later. Give him another living expense. The manager regretfully shook his head. That boy doesn't have any living expenses. There's nothing on her card. Even the cheapest painkillers can't be bought. I finally called my father and died in pain. Say no wrong. Before I died, I gave my heartbreak. After death, I've become a wandering demon again. To the manager's aunt's words. Parents don't care. Rushed my brother to the hospital. Use all of your connections to find your kidney. Just to prolong his life. If they give me even half that attention. You just need to move your hand a little. Get out my death warrant. But they didn't waste half a day looking for it. The fate of this ungrateful child. That was the biggest sacrifice they could make. Your brother is the jewel in your hand. They are so cute. I was the second child not to be welcomed. It's why they went out of their way to lose their jobs. So I should accept bias. 3 years ago, I went to a high school. Focus with excellent performance. My parents finally cared a little more about me. I haven't been happy for long. Something happened to my brother. He fell down the stairs, down at my birthday party. Broke both legs? It's weird. He jumped into his mother's lap sobbing. Where the corner of the eye flashed a cunning ray. My parents are so angry. Immediately cancel your admission to high school. It's my point. Threw me in a boarding school. My brother was seriously injured. They were by his side. He didn't take half a step. Even the admission was all by myself. At the time of registration, the teacher made countless calls to her parents, but no one answered. Half a day later, I was impatient to call back. My son needs rest after surgery. Don't bother calling. I only have one son, Wei Dong. I don't know any strangers. The way the phone was hung up. Teachers with a sympathetic face. It says no on my registration form, no parents. I wiped my tears and tried to swipe my tuition card. But the cold electronic voice suddenly boomed. Your balance is not enough. No money and no interest. I tried to work more everywhere. Finally earn enough tuition. but the body because of unregulated eating. For a long time, there's been a red alert right now. End-stage stomach cancer needs a large amount of money for treatment. But I can't call my parents' phones anyway. I'm alone in the corner of my room. Pain to every bone must also tremble. I still hope my parents will come. I'm still saved in the endless waiting. Pain gnawing on the nerve. Death is quietly coming. I was in the dorm room, no one asked. My brother gets a VIP room. The doctor periodically asked Han about. My brother has not forgiven me. He has red eyes. The voice was so wistful. It's because you're bad enough to make my brother jealous. I don't blame you. 3 years ago, I fell down the stairs. I can't believe he bullied you like that. I still think about helping him. I really understand. Don't worry. We're going to find that son of a bitch. Make him obey and donate his kidney. The 3-day deadline has arrived. Of course, they didn't find my shadow. I had to get angry again and go to school. Mom impatience stomping feet. My son's kidney disease is getting worse. I can't wait. How much money can I give you? Do I pay double? Level 10 awkward teachers. Explain to dry throat. Someone finally set the table. That's my homeroom teacher. You threw me out. Don't care, don't stare. Now I want to go to school. Go back to the hospital and look up his medical records. I've always had stomach pain. A clear record of each stage from ulcerative colitis to cancer. I used to carefully hand over my parents' medical records. I hope they can take me to the big hospital to check more. But they didn't expect to find a painkiller. I drink all vitamins. Brother, if you take daddy's sleeve. He wants to attract the attention of his parents. That's why they took the fake vitamins. They hugged my brother. Don't even look at me. Tore up my medical records and threw them in my face. At a young age, I learned to lie. I took these things and falsely reported them. We'll ignore you. After that day, I never told them about stomach pain again. I saw you call the guard. The two of them had to leave. Quiet hospital hallway, oh, one noise. Brother is sleeping peacefully. There's a little ice cream cake at the bedside. Clip a card. It's written in reverse. Parents are hard. I've been bothering my parents a lot these days. To see my beloved son in serious illness, I didn't forget to prepare my surprise. The anger in my parents immediately disappeared. Mother wipes the tears, is still him thoughtful. Dad also nodded. It's not like the Kia broomstick sow. Being born has not a day of peace of mind. My brother is sick. It can just disappear. Their eyes were filled with contempt. I couldn't help but remember the teacher's reminder. Go back to the hospital today to check your medical records. Want to check my medical records? There must be evidence of a guardian. 3 years ago, they desperately kicked me out of the house. Soon changed to the register of only 3 people. Mom sixed through everything and scolded. Where's Nanhe's birth certificate? Can't find it. Mom threw it away a long time ago. My blindfolded dad threw out my bedroom door. The room is filled with trimmings. They've turned it into a storage room. They boldly pull the nightstand drawer. There's no paperwork inside that they want. There's only one diary of mine. Right now. Mom's phone suddenly rings. The hospital called. You're in a coma. They hurriedly threw the diary and the mess. Like flying to the hospital. There was no brother in the room. They're running cowardly to the operating room. Until you find a doctor. Confirm your brother's situation is stable. They're just resting on the wall. Timely emergency is not dangerous. Just stay in the monitoring room for a few days. The doctor anxiously directs the parents back to ask a few more questions. Tell them to quickly find the source of the kidney. Dad nods like a chicken pecking rice, sneaky sending more packets to private detectives. At all costs, find the enemy. The next day, they couldn't wait for the private detective. Waiting for an uninvited guest. You're holding a stack of documents. Don't look for them. This is non-Hayes medical record that I arranged. There's also his death certificate. I'm floating in the air. Silently observe your parents' reactions. The hospital's red-stamped death certificate is on top. Can't fake. Clear evidence. A sound breaks the silence. He shredded the paper he threw in her face. You and your wife are scammers from beginning to end. He used fake medical records to trick people. I dare to fake a death certificate. To this country, they'd rather believe I can turn the world around. The teacher tricked them. I didn't believe I was really sick. I have proof he's lying. Dad's eyes looked smug. He picked up the phone and flipped a few. Then he laughed coldly. Let me show you. Those are some messages minus the money. You watch. Bank card I send money for living expenses. Still being deducted. A dead man can spend his money. Stunned, she took a few steps back. I was also stunned on the spot. Stare at the phone screen. I finally saw the last 4 digits of my bank card. In that message, the card that Dad sends money to periodically isn't mine. I don't blame him for not believing I was dead. No blame. I didn't get your living expenses. It's not true. I helped him pay for the hospital. His card. The more you talk, the more you're fooled by it. I asked you to send me a letter. He lied too much this time. We'll lock its card right away. Want to make atonement? Come back and donate your kidney. Nurse your brother out of room monitor. Parents ignore her save. Rush to his brother's bedside. Brother was in a coma all night. They're also awake all night with dark eyes. They also don't take a nap. They really love their brother. I stand next to you. Look at the hands of the 3 of them clasped together. This warmth I never had. Something I've wanted all my life. His brother's face turned from pale to pink. Your parents bothered us again, and he coughed for a few hours. Then look around. Where's your brother? Did you find him? In my parents' eyes full of fear. Not yet. Mom and Dad locked his bank card, too. Believe that not a few more days. He will come back and pray for us. Listen to your parents say lock the card. My brother suddenly sat up in a hurry. Don't. It's not easy for your brother outside. Don't lock her card. Mom gently strokes brother's hair. Help me lie down. A soft voice says I know you're honest. But now health is the most important. I don't need to say help. Bank cards are frozen for days. My parents still haven't heard from me. Until one day, private detectives take them to a place. Storage place for the bones of the funeral home Nam's sister Nam. And this is where I found Nan. She's been very ill for 3 years. The body does not receive. After cremating people here, I stood where I didn't want to move. Silent for a long time. Mother tears her back. I don't believe he's dead. If it's really dead, then your kidneys are not so. My shadow is stiff. The corners of my mouth with a self-deprecating smile. Turns out I'm dead. Their biggest reaction was to worrying about their brother. There is no time to grieve for me. They're getting calls from the hospital. They thought my brother was very ill. No more mind to worrying about my cold bone. Hand throw the jar to one side. What's wrong with you? It's not that someone came to the hospital room to mess up. In the hospital room, a man surrounded by guards. My mouth doesn't stop cursing. He threatened his brother with 7 bars. The blanket did not dare to show its face. I was even more panicked when my parents came. Even if you cough up blush, you have to scream. Get him out. Man spits a spit. Lying to the guards. Break up straight into your brother's nose. Your ass is upside down. Clearly said. I'll just trade your brother's stomach pills for vitamins. You're going to put money on that bank card every month. Now the card is frozen. You said the news was too sudden. Father, please fall down. What vitamins is this card in your hand? But the police came outside the door. There's no chance he'll falter. Wei Dong gave it to me. It said it sends money every month. Told me to spend comfortably on vitamins. Vitamin, a truth they've never acknowledged and dare not admit, gradually being revealed. The man is the owner of a small pharmacy downstairs. I had a stomach ache in my pocket with no money. I can only go to my chicken, buy some cheap stomach pills. The drug isn't effective. I thought I was cheap, so I was real. And then my parents discovered that there were vitamins in the painkillers. I have more doubt in my heart. I suspect my brother suspects my parents, but never doubted the origin of the drug. There is a problem. No blame. I don't blame my stomach for getting worse. The parents watched as the man was taken away by the police. Then I saw my brother sobbing in bed. Parents are not like that. I'm sure Nanhai bought me a rat to slander you. Brother tears in his eyes. Hold on tight. Parents' sleeves are constantly swaying. Germany to the extreme. Prostrating cough. If it was before, parents were frantically running to coax. But now they're sitting still and not moving. Eyes are empty. In a moment that seems 10 years old. They came back to my school. Full of dorm room doors, the dust is still there. This time they no longer looked contemptuous, but quietly advanced to the lock, the bookcase beside the bed. Inside and outside the books are neatly arranged. There's also a sponge wash aid wrapped in a plastic bag. How much suffering does a greasy apron have to endure? Mom stroking the briefcase. Those heavy and small things. Tears fell like rain in spite of the dirty briefcase. He took it too hard. BA. I hope I can feel the warmth of my son. 3 years ago through this old suitcase. My father's tears didn't stop falling. My hair turned black after just one night. Their despair today, compared to the pain I felt before I died that year, it's not worth anything. When I was admitted to the hospital, I became infirm. You still love me. Put your own money in, give me a painkiller. But the drug has a limited effect, and the pain is boundless. It hurts so bad I can only cry. Surrounded by the laughter of the caretakers, patient, constantly reminding me that I'm a loner. Is the broom used by parents? I've drawn the needle a few times. The head nurse had to come in person, dealing with this stubborn patient. But when she saw me, she was heartbroken and red in the eyes. Don't be afraid. Your parents are not here. She could be your mother. My consciousness was clouded. I just heard her say I'm your mom. I'm wrong. Mom, I'm wrong. Don't not come to visit me. Warm hands placed on my cold, thin body. One by one, I'm always with you. The long song echoes. I fell into a happy dream, without daring to escape. And never wake up again. My parents were taken to my hospital room before they died. The air in the cold room. 4 years of beds together. It's not comparable to my brother's single room. Mom sitting on the bed. Put your hand on everything in sight. Until I touch the scratches on the wall. She sobs. Those are the traces. My daughter left in terrible pain. None is. Then she fell on my lap and finally cried. Mom is wrong. Vomiting, hammer, choking water, unable to speak. He put his hands relentlessly on her shoulder. Your back is down. Carrying on sign and pressure. Never get out. They came home one by one with heavy faces. Move your stuff out of the storage room. The thrown away diary can see the light again. The crumpled yellow pages, they turned over and over. An old photograph falling out of the middle of the pages, on which the parents sit shortly, each hugging me and my brother. I painted a lot of hearts on the back of the photo. Use a bold pen that emphasizes the words family needs protection. I fell to the ground crying. A few days later, the police called. They called their parents to the police. Look at the two people in front of you. The police officer said, I think there's something you should see. The pharmacy owner reported it very quickly. They also provide surveillance cameras in the store. Special strong message video at my birthday party 3 years ago. The surveillance of the pharmacy downstairs is very modern. Capture a 360-degree image. Or it can be seen from a distance. The argument on the second floor of my house. In 6 days, after my brother talked to me a few sentences, he deliberately backed off and jumped down the stairs. I'm going to run into the computer and vent my anger. Caught by the police. These days they cry bitterly. I look bored. It doesn't even ripple a little bit inside. What is the use of late regret? They sent you a large sum of money. But she didn't take it. Just coldly replied 4 words dare not accept. On the 7th day, they let go of their regrets. The last brother, I couldn't help but run out of the hospital. My parents were cleaning my bedroom that day. They didn't even raise their heads when they saw their brother. Why don't your parents answer your phone? He kicked all the old stuff in the storage room. What are you doing cleaning this tattered room? The stranger is coming back. His parents looked at him coldly. Keep your head down. Every piece of my set is neat. Don't be like that. I'm scared. Are you still mad at me for changing drugs? Parent drug has be a toxic part. I care about my brother. Afraid she gets sick if she takes the drugs. So tell the boss, change to vitamins. Not beyond prediction. Brother backlips. Tears are falling again. This trick with parents was the most effective before. As long as he acts like that, I will defend him unconditionally. The toys belong to him, the pocket money belongs to him. Of course he thinks my kidney should belong to him. He was stunned at Sao. He still hates that I stole his parents' attention, Sao. I'll explain it to him. As long as it donates a kidney, I will immediately go abroad and go far away. Leave your parents alone. He dances alone in the room. I didn't even notice that your parents gave it to you. The child grows up in bias. You can learn how to see other people's faces like mine. I shook my head and I never hated you. You can go to hell and ask him, why not donate your kidney? Winter brother dilated out. His face panicked, he was clearly dead. So I have to do Sao. Squeezing a slap interrupts his cry. Brother hugging round eyes. I can't wait to see my parents again if they can hit me. You're still sick. I woke up shivering and couldn't stand. Banging on the table, you got a sick nose. The stranger is also sick. When he's sick, what are you doing? You changed his medicine. I deliberately jumped down the stairs to slander him so that you... Wei Dong. Mom and Dad were so biased. Why don't you even know enough? He arrogantly raised his head, screaming frantically. What bias? If the parents were really biased, they wouldn't have given birth to it. I changed its medicine. But what about the parents? They kicked him out of the house. It's that parents ignored it. I finally said I didn't know enough. I heard him. Even if you're the killer, the parents are also accomplices. His parents were told he was red-faced. Bow your head, not knowing what to say. Silent for a long time, I finally broke the silence. Go back to the hospital. We don't want to see you again. Lost hope of life rather quickly crumbled. Rumor about him in the hospital was widely spread. Everyone knows the poor orphan. Died here years ago. He is the brother of a wicked man. Now he's constantly sick. Maybe this guy has the eyes of a newspaper. The nurse changed his medicine. He doesn't have a good face. Even doctors close one eye, open one eye. Just do your job well. I didn't ask Han a question. His parents don't have time to care about him. They're squatting outside the funeral home. Search for each one of the ashes. They threw it away that day. After 3 years, they finally find me a place with a nice view. To be a grave. On the gravestone engraved the words beloved son on high. The words beloved son are so ludicrous. Living without loving me. After they die, they fight with cares and regret. To prove love. My parents are wrong. Can I be your child in the next life? We will do our best to make it up to you. They said they took out a crumbling family photo that I left at home. Be careful in front of the grave. I recorded blowing up a wine. Blow the photo a few meters away. Then they run to chase. But the wind blows too fast. The photo was drunk in the air and fell down the mountain. I still can't forgive my parents. Parents are stunned. I sat in front of the grave for a long time. I can't accept this truth. No matter what they do, I won't forgive. I look down at my increasingly transparent body. I finally feel a little free. The concept is gone. I finally can also leave a miserable life for many years to a bright future. In the torments of disease, the spirit he became. When you are awake, scolds people in a coma, pray for forgiveness. At the time of death, he dreamily saw me floating in the air. He rolled his eyes. Try to reach out your hand to catch me. Where are you? Where are you? Come back, my parents are mine. Your kidneys are mine too. Don't you run. The cursing suddenly stopped. The beep alarm on the ECG's cut off. That's his last curse. He died in infinite resentment. The notion would imprison him forever, wandering in the hospital, neither reincarnated nor freed. Watching him be against the wall between the hospital buildings. Screaming madly, can't find the way out. I feel lucky in my heart. Despite having suffered unfair treatment, I didn't hate the earth as much as he did. All while reborn. If not, the devil was imprisoned in the hospital for hundreds. For thousands of years I could not escape. Before the beginning of pregnancy, I went home for the last time. The wall is filled with photos and compliments of my brother. It's been shaved. A family photo of only 3 people. They also added me. There was a smell of gossip in the air. Lol, mother digging from the kitchen stepped out. He turned around and took my tattered briefcase. Happy to close your eyes. That's the last thing they could find of me. None is. My parents came to find me. Everything is in the dark. They get out of their bodies and look around, but can't find my shadow. None is. Here we are. Can you hear me? We know it's wrong. I really know. Don't hide anymore. Please give us one more chance. They think I'm the same as before. As long as they keep their heads down, I'll run to you. Bring longing and tears to forgive them. But I didn't show up. Don't mess around. Don't mess around. We're really here to pick you up. They started looking everywhere. They search and scream like crazy. Until I hear a faint sound of footsteps. They suddenly raise their heads. But that's not Nan. It's the one who leads the way, who holds the book of life and death. He bowed his head at the couple praying for regret. Calm tone. Life is over. We should not stay on Earth. I'm scared. I'm on my knees, please. Waiting for our son. We want to take it away. We want the whole family to be together. I too, red-eyed, knelt down on my head. Let us meet him once. Just once. It's been waiting for us all our lives. Now it's our turn to wait for him, okay? Your guide doesn't give you a life and death certificate. Said coldly, I came back to life 3 days ago. Getting married to a rich family? There's no way it's going to wait for us. It's always waiting for us. I suddenly fell to the ground. Two hands with face. It's finally not waiting for us. The guide folds the book of life and death. You've missed his whole life. Later, thousands. I won't see you again in thousands of years. Is it good to live now? My mother's voice trembled. The guide stalled, looking at a bright corner in the Yumin. In a new place, he has loving parents. Brothers and sisters in harmony. There's no need to be perfectionist anymore. I can't help but cry. Dad suddenly bowed his head. We're supposed to be rock solid. The most in this life. But it's the greatest pain when it's alive. The guide waved his hand the way of reincarnation opened. Two people caught in the wind. The last moment before disappearing. They were crying and calling out their names. They were forced to walk the royal road. Never come back. I stand before the gate of light. Silently look at their shadows to crumble in the fog. I don't look back. I don't hate anymore. People with too much hatred. You can't enter reincarnation. But I'm not going to turn around. The past is deep. Is the crack. The sea I've spent my whole life can't cross. But now I'm standing on the shore. The dawn is coming. 1,000 forms of light. You can also go to your own afterlife.